Now that slogan is a symbol of unfulfilled promises and disappointment. Within the Republican Party, a split is brewing. Some conservatives demand a hard line and new levers of pressure. But more politicians admit the tariff war has driven the country into a dead end. Economists say bluntly, the U.S. has embarked on a path of self-destructive policy that simultaneously undermines its own industrial sector and weakens its position on the international stage. Allies are increasingly choosing China as a more reliable partner, while developing countries see Washington not as a leader, but as a source of instability. China, meanwhile, is using every U.S. mistake to its advantage, showing that the era of American unipolarity has come to an end. It is strengthening military cooperation with Russia, developing strategic projects in Africa, investing in the Middle East, and creating new trade corridors through the Belt and Road Initiative. For many countries, this is an alternative that seems more attractive than the chaotic and unpredictable policy of the White House. Against this backdrop, criticism is emerging in the American media. The New York Times writes about a lost decade for the American economy. The Wall Street Journal reports that business has lost trust in trade policy, and the Financial Times cites Western analysts who openly state that the U.S. has lost the war it started itself. At home, pressure from trade unions is growing. Workers in metallurgy and the automotive industry openly state that tariffs not only failed to help, but also made goods more expensive, which reduced consumer demand and led to layoffs. The political opposition uses this as its main argument. The tariff war has become a symbol of failure, and the White House has proved unable to fulfill its own promises. The picture is completed by the polls. According to the latest surveys, confidence in the administration's economic policy has fallen to a record low, and the failure of the tariff strategy is named as the main factor.